I just recently shared an analogy to finding a coach and being coached. Growing up Asian, like a lot of Asian kids, I played the piano. I was one of the few people to actually go on and be really serious about it. The highlight of my piano career was senior year in high school. I soloed with Honolulu Symphony. And I kind of see that as being a VP in a career. It's the highlight. And it's something that I was working toward. I was coached to go on this journey. I wasn't just learning how to play the instrument in terms of the technicalities of how to actually play, but to also learn how to compete and how to perform. And to actually perform on stage with the symphony, I needed to audition, which was 1 year before the performance. And to actually get ready for the audition, I needed to practice auditioning by actually going through the audition the year before the actual audition. And to get on stage to just practice auditioning, I needed to practice getting on stage and just normalizing the fear associated with being on stage. And that was through the coaching and the opportunity and the accountability of performing every month since I was in elementary school, whether it's for the retirement home or for the just for our piano studio or for the parents and the community at Christmas recitals, whatnot. It was happening every month since I was in elementary school and middle school, such that when I was a freshman in high school, actually auditioning, it was normalized. So physically, I'm only 5 feet tall. And when I was in high school, I was only 80 pounds. I was this really petite Asian girl. To stand out, my teacher, who was really my coach, designed this experience for me to showcase my ability and my technicalities that was very loud for a little girl to play. And you can imagine a little girl on stage next to a grand piano. It's this tiny person next to this huge instrument. And he told me that I should put my hair up in a ponytail. That was something that I would never have figured out on my own. And the reason why he said that was because you want to demonstrate the movement. You want to demonstrate that you can produce this loud piece of music, and your hair, when it's moving, it adds to the show. For me, coaching is a nice to have. You don't need to be coached unless you really want to invest and get this thing that you want. For me, maybe there's a possibility that I could figure out how to play the piano on my own. But if I was not coached, I would not have the accountability to actually normalize all the jitters associated with just being on stage and designing the showmanship of putting on a show. And that's analogous to what we actually have to do at work. Every presentation is a show. Every hallway conversation that you have with stakeholders or the executive team, it's a show. It's a lot more than I know how to be a PM, right? That's the technicality of being a PM. But there's a whole other thing that we have to do to stand out. And that's where a coach can really help.